Hey, what's up, guys? Ali here. In this lesson, we want to see how we can model this Yazdi house in Qazvin, Iran. There was a challenge to model this shape. Um, like you can see that we have a semi-dome over here, and how we can connect two arcs with this dome and create a solid like this. This is part of the house of the Yazdi house. And if we look at this image over here, this is actually the part that we are going to model. You see over here, or this part. So the first thing that we need to do is to first draw a dome and then intersect two planes with this dome, and this will eventually create this shape for us. So let's start. I will hide this model and look at the SketchUp model from the front view and activate the parallel projection. And I would draw a rectangle with 3 meters width and 5 meters height. And I would offset this face to like 25 centimeters. Then I would scale it down to over here and then draw an arc from this point to this point. And we would set the size to 64 and then double click. We could move it a bit upwards, like to over here, and then erase all the extra edges. And we would also erase the bottom edge that we had over here. And we would move this face in the red direction. So the middle of this face would be placed on the origin of the axis. And now I would draw a circle on the X and Y plane, and with 128 sides. So I would type 128S and then hit the enter key and then click to confirm this circle. And now I would double click on this circle and then use the follow me, which I've assigned Control F for the shortcut, and then click on this face. And this would create a shape like this, which is actually a cylinder with a dome inside. So I would look at it from the front, from the top view, but let me first just delete this circle that we drew earlier. And I would triple click and turn it into a group. And I would draw a rectangle and move this down in the green direction to over here. So it would be placed on the origin of the axis. And so we want to cut this shape into two parts. So I would push pull this face up to over here, and you can see that it's ready. So we can use the subtract tool from the solid tools and just first select this solid and then select the second solid, and this would be the result. But as you can see, SketchUp couldn't manage to create a solid after using the solid tool. So it created two holes over here. So I need to go inside the group and then just draw two lines to close these gaps and use the solid inspector, which I've assigned Alt plus S for the shortcut. And you can see that there is just one issue which says there is a reversed face, and I would click on fix to fix this issue. And if I use the solid tools, let me go outside the group and see if it's a solid. Still no solid. Okay, let's check out. All right, this face needs to be deleted, so I would delete this face and then click on this face and hit O for orient faces, or you could just right click and click on orient faces. And now it must be a solid, and yes, it's a solid. So as I mentioned earlier, we need to create two planes In order to create two planes, I would draw a square and let the center point be on the origin of the axis, and then click on this point, and we would offset this face. We'll look at it from the top view and activate the X-ray, which I've assigned Y for the shortcut. And I would click on this point, which is tangent to the arc that we have over here. And I would draw a line to just divide these curves into two parts. And I would just use the eraser tool to delete all the extra edges. And I would push pull this face to over here and triple click and turn it into a group. And now I would just use the union from the solid tools and union these two shapes together. And as you can see, the overall form or shape is now ready, and we need to add the details. You can see that the challenge that we had to create a dome-like roof and together with two arches, this has been now done, and we need to add the details. So let me just go inside and fix this issue once again. I don't know every time why Sketchup does that when using the solid tools. So let me just see if it's a solid now. Yes, it's a solid. And now I would want to just trim these parts. I would draw a line and then push pull this face up, and also over here. And I would rotate it for 45 degrees. All right, now I would offset this face to 0.06, and I would double click to offset this face too, and move these two bottom lines to over here, and then push pull this face to 25 centimeters inside, and once again use the offset tool to offset it for 25 centimeters. And I would do the same for this one. And we would select these two lines and move them down. And I would push pull this face to 10 centimeters. And I would draw a line to divide this face into two shapes, a half circle and a rectangle. And I would push pull all the way through to make a hole, to make the openings. And as you can see, the form is like the overall form is now very close to the final shape that we want. So I would right click on this group and click on soft and smooth edges. And you can see that it's a bit cleaner. And we want to have a shape, a detailed like model over here. So we need to use the follow me tool and create an arc over here. Like, let me change the size to 16. And we want to use the follow me to just create a profile in this part of this model and also in this part. So I would make a copy of it to over here, and I would double click on this face and hold the Control Shift and to deselect these edges. So I would hold the Control Shift and double click on this face, and I will still hold the Control Shift and create a region and deselect these parts and also this one. And I would use the W to weld these edges, or you could go to Edit, and at the bottom over here it says all the edges, 64 edges. It depends on the model that you have, the number of the edges that you have selected. And you can see that we have the option over here, weld edges, which I've assigned the W for the shortcut. And now when we want to select this edge, it would select all the edges connected together, which we welded. And we would do the same over here. So I would double click and then hold the Control Shift, double click over here, and again, deselect these parts and then hit the W to weld the edges. All right. Now we want to select these two like paths and these two shapes and turn them into a group. And then we would want to go inside the group, and I would hit Control H to hide the rest of model, which we can find over here in the view, component edit, and hide rest of model, which I've assigned Control H for the shortcut. And so let's see how the vertices looks like over here. So if we want to use the Follow Me tool for this one, let's see, triple click and then use the Follow Me. And as you can see, there are some issues over here which won't let this shape to be a solid. So if I turn it into a group and use the solid tools, you can see that it says it's not a solid. So what I would do is I need to fix these vertices so the distance between all of them would be the same. So in order to do that, I would use a plugin called the Bezier toolbar, which is from Fredo 6. And I would select these edges and then right click on them. And over here, if you have installed the plugin, you can see the BZ convert to. And you can see that we have the polyline segmenter over here. So I would click on this. And over here, I want to say that we want to have 64 sides for this curve. So 64 divisions for this curve. So I would type 64 and then click on OK. And now if I activate the vertex tool, you can see that all the vertices, the distances between the vertices are all the same. And this is great path for the Follow Me tool. So let's try it once again. So I would triple click and then use the Follow Me. And this time you can see how smooth this shape is. And if I triple click and turn it into a group and use the solid tools, you can see now it's a solid. All right, we need to do the same over here too. So I would select these edges and right click. Right, let me select it once again. Right click and then Bezier polyline segmenter and 64. Okay. All right. Triple click, deselect this face, and then use the Follow Me. And yes, this would be the result. All right. I've turned these two shapes into a group, so I can go out and explode this group. So we have two groups over here. So now we need to create the stairs for this model. All right, there is just one thing I shouldn't have deleted these faces, so I would just create these, yeah, and use the clean up to clean up all the extra edges. So what we would do now is to create a line in the green direction over here. So we would divide it, separate this face into two parts like this, and then move it up, push pull this face up. And also we would want to divide this face over here. So I mistakenly did it the wrong way first. I needed to rotate my model for 45 degrees and then cut these two parts. Now the stairs would be very clean. So I would offset this line using the tape measure tool for 30 centimeters. This would be for the stairs, but we need to have it, perpendicular to this edge. And I would type 30 and create a line parallel to this edge and connect it to this edge. And we would want to create a line to over here and click on this point and click on the first point that we have. All right, let's just group this model and let's just create a face over here. I would close these parts and I would hold the shift key on this edge and click on this part and connect it to over here. And now we want to all right, we have an extra edge over here, so I would use the Fredo 6 tools and use the remove lonely vertices, and you can see that we had a lonely vertices over here. And now I want to divide this face so that this edge would be divided into 4 parts, and this edge would be divided into also 4 parts, and connect these parts together. The best and the fastest way that we can do that is to use the Curveloft plugin. So I would select these 2 edges and then click on Curveloft, Loft by SPLine, and then over here I would change the 5 to 4 and click on OK. And now I would click to confirm, and I would explode this face and then orient these faces, triple click, and then soften smooth to unsoften these edges. And then I would turn this face into a group, and I would push pull this face to 0.75, this one to 0.6, this one to 0.45, and this one to 0.3, and this one to 0.15. And I would turn these tiers into a group, double click to go inside the group and delete all these edges. And you can see that there is a hole over here. We need to close this hole by drawing a line so we can later use the solid tools. And then I would push pull this face up to over here. Right, let's delete all the extra edges that we have over here. And now we can use the solid tools to trim these intersected parts, or we could just union this shape with this shape. And we can also union the stairs with the model. All right. There is just one last thing that we need to do, and that is to make an offset for this face. So I would offset this face to 0.10 and then push pull the inner part to 0.05, and this would be the result. So this is how easy it was to create this kind of shapes inside of SketchUp, this kind of form inside of SketchUp. All right, the challenging part of this model was this part, which we now know how to create easily. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share your comments. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.